Hi. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is the mind's constant propensity to want to grasp onto things, want things, as well as not want things, which is the total opposite of that. Now, when we're not present or aware of the mind's doing, which is constantly trying to want things, seek pleasure, basically seek happiness and pleasure and whatever it is constantly trying to achieve that. And it's trying to also at the same time avoid discomfort, pain, and anything it doesn't like. And what it doesn't like is so many things, right? It doesn't like people acting a certain way, saying certain things. But it's a constant seeking of something or avoiding of something. The seeking or avoiding is what the mind is designed to do. Now you might ask, why does the mind do that? Well, traditionally the mind is a more complex version of the survival cognitive process of our predecessors, right? Like our ancestors, but even beyond that, through evolution, the cognitive process was to actually seek nutrition, food, avoid being eaten up, being exterminated, so the survival, and basically a survival kind of mechanism. The mind is an evolution of that. And so it has become more complex, that's all. It's just become more complex, same mechanism, but just different. It's more complex. It just wants more things, and it doesn't, there are more things that it wants, and there are more things it doesn't want. So it just the amount of stuff that it wants and doesn't want just has magnified enormously compared to even, let's say, a dog or a cat or even us, let's say a few 100,000 years ago, or even a few thousand years ago. There's fewer things that we wanted, and and ultimately we wanted comfort, and we always wanted comfort, and we wanted to avoid discomfort, seek pleasure, avoid pain. Now, to fight this very natural mechanism of the mind is futile. It's not a bad thing. It is just the way it is. The only thing that you really need to do is just notice it. It's just the conscious awareness of the mind doing that is all that is required for the intensity of the seeking and the intensity of the avoidance to be significantly reduced, because you become the larger container of awareness, conscious presence that is the witness of this phenomena. And that is all. There's no need to, you can choose to change how you want and not want, and you can change the way you think about things and so on, and that's fine as well. That's a different kind of thing. You can do that to reduce pain and suffering as well, but you can reduce your expectations, let's say. But the mere observation, the mere presence alone is sufficient for a sense of peace that arises by recognizing the mind's doing. The mind's doing is not you, it's just the mind. The mind wants things, and the mind does not want things. The mind becomes attached to things it likes. It becomes attached to the notion of gaining something it doesn't have, and attached to things it has, to remain or retain things that it has. At the same time, it wants to avoid things that it doesn't like in the future, and wants to escape this displeasure and discomfort in the present moment. And that's just the way the mind, everybody's mind, my mind, your mind, it's universal. Just the content is different. Different things, different people want different things, and different people not want different things. The important thing is to recognize and become this spaciousness that basically allows the arising and passing of this phenomena that is constantly changing. In every moment, there is something you might want, and there's something that you might not want. And the you is the mind. So the more correct way of saying is, at any moment, your mind may want something, and at any moment, your mind may not want something. Either way, It's the same. So, as a practice, perhaps find a comfortable position to sit down and just observe the mind's constant thinking about things that it wants and things it doesn't want. And just and smile at it when you notice. Just smile. Oh, there it is again. There it is again. And that mere conscious presence is a very powerful technique to become a much more expansive presence, have a much more expansive presence amidst this constant mind chatter. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.